without a mat. This just makes it a little bit easier and a little bit neater, but it is doable without. So with the flat side down, nori. And this is a coarse, we have the coarse side up. You want to have a little dish of water. So you're going to use that to wet the nori so that you can get it to stick. Okay. So there are lines here, not all the time. This is just, it has lines and it says that it's sushi nori. So sometimes there are no lines. I'm just going to go up to about this third line, so it's about the third of the way up. I'm going to put rice, and I'm going to thin layer of rice up to that line. And then you just kind of push it in with your hands. You can get it nice and flat.
Oh, then it sticks?
Yep, and it'll stick. You're able to stick it down with your hands. Just give it a good smush. Okay. And then at this point, you can put your fillings in. So today we're going to use the salmon, but you could just use julienne pieces of cucumber, celery, red pepper, mango, avocado, sprouts, zucchini, sweet potato, beets, anything can go into a sushi roll, any vegetable. So I'm going to put my filling then is going to go kind of towards the center of the rice layer. So it's not going to cover all of the rice. And then you just want to be about like a centimeter in from the edge so that there's space for it to smush out when you're rolling it and tightening it. So don't fill it all the way to the edges of the sheet. Sprouts, I like putting sprouts in sushi because then you have these fun little shoots popping out, so it's nice.
Or asparagus, would that be?
Oh, asparagus would be great too. Asparagus, actually a fun other roll that we're not doing, but asparagus, if I lined this with the wasabi mayo, and then I put asparagus, and then I rolled it up, so you just rolled the asparagus and wasabi mayo and the nori, that's also really good. I make that occasionally, and I bring that to like family get-togethers and things like that, and that's really popular. So you want to then use your mat to just fold this entire amount over, and then you're just going to squeeze it and pull it a little bit, and you're going to create like a little box with the mat.
I never eat raw asparagus. Raw?
Yeah, raw asparagus. Yeah, it has a nice crunch to it. But you can also marinate it too if you let it just sit in olive oil in your fridge like overnight. It'll kind of have the same effect as being marinated. Okay, so once I made that box and I tightened it, you can see that I've got like a little bit of a loose end here. So I'm just going to take some of the rice and I'm just going to stuff it in there just to fill it in a little bit. It's going to take a few times for you to get the hang of it, but that's really the best way for you to learn. So Noah,
where did you use the water?
the water I'm going to use at the end. I'm going to now continue to roll this up. Yeah. So, and once you get right about here, so once you have something that looks like this, okay, at this point, I'm going to dip my fingers in my water And then I'm going to wet this whole top piece. And when the nori gets wet, it'll adhere to the other piece, and then we'll just let it dry for a few minutes. Okay, so then we just roll it up, slide it into the center of the mat, pull the mat up again, and again just make a little box and squeeze and make sure you just have it all. So now we have a little roll. It's a little, and then you just kind of clean it up a little bit. You know, I'm always very messy whenever I make these, so I'm sure you'll be a little bit neater. And then what's cool is that if you're not going to eat this right away, just wrap it up in saran wrap, and then you can just stick it in your fridge. And you want to cut these when you're ready to eat them. Okay? And I'm just going to make one more. So